Hello, this is Palico Padge and welcome back to what will probably be the last episode of A House of Many Doors. I've explained in the last episode why I'm ending it. It's so that I can't do justice to this game with the limited time frame I have. Plus I can't remember what the hell I'm doing from when I played it like 3 months ago. But I do like to see these things through to a decent ending. And as it stands, the ending is going to be we're going on a zoological hunt. We've got 2 more animals, one for a better word, to be hunting down. Well, to be honest with you, last episode we kind of got sidetracked by another one of our crew's little missions and just basically playing up in front of a would-be king. And we got into an awful lot of fighting, which well, turned out to be all right, so that's all good and good. Just before we skedaddle onwards, though, because I do want to get on pretty quickly, we will have to repair our hull. As it turns out, we do have enough monies for that, so we shall do that. And what do we want to do? Well, I suppose we could gather some news. It doesn't cost us anything. We passed that. The young woman looks at you in fright as you ask her for the truth of recent events. She hasn't heard much, but it's enough. Her eyes scan the skies furiously as she speaks. You see, I'm doing these things. I don't know what it means. Is that a bad thing? Is the City of Angels not as angelic as it would appear? Probably. What else? Not a lot more. I don't think we've got much more to do here. Is there anything we can sell? We're okay for fuel. Oh, a Ranak silk. We picked up one of those in the fight, didn't we, last time around? Where be you? Where be you? We've got one of those. Weight isn't an issue anymore, but for the sake of making a little bit of money. Boom. Chillstone, no. Angel Vineyards, anything here? No. And the Drab Tooth Market. Sounds drab, Toothy. No, we're good. Let's crack on. I don't even know where we're going now, though. So we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. And, well... But no, 6 up, and then we'll just keep going left until we find a hound, I guess. If we run into any of those small scorpion type things that we came across in the last fight, I don't mind taking those on. They didn't hit too hard, thankfully. But, hey-ho. A ruined pub. A tavern from another world. Its roof is caved in. Its floor caked in dust. The bar is tragically empty. Well, as it stands, I'm recording on the night that England will be playing Croatia in the semi-final of the World Cup. So I can guarantee there'll be no empty bars in this land tonight. Good person of watching. But anyway, I digress. A test of vigilance. Search for a drink. You climb down into the dark and dusty wine cellar. The bottles are all smashed or looted. Just as you're about to give up and go back upstairs, you hear a strange noise. It's not the usual kind of strange noise that the house likes to throw at you. Screeches, whispers, ghostly laughter. Instead, it's a pleasant hubbub from above, a singing, a murmuring, and a clinking of glasses. Somehow, that's much more unnerving. You pause for a moment, listening. Then you climb back upstairs to investigate, and, for just a moment, you see a pub bustling with patrons, warm and bright and merry. And then it fades back into the cold, ruinous emptiness. Silence settles once more. Now, I don't want to sound like a bit of a negative ninny here, but that's what could possibly be happening at 9 o'clock GMT tonight if England lose. Oh yes, but we don't talk about that. We don't show weakness. No. So that's 1. This will be a numero 2. Are you a big one or are you a little one? You're a relatively big one. You're not interested in this though. That's good. Not interested in me, not interested in you. This is number 3. The music's changing. I don't think that's very good. You coming at me, bro? You know what? I haven't got time for this. We're here to hunt down an... What was it? Itchy Fiid? Or something like that. I have no idea what that is. Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Is it a mole or is it a rat? I've lost count now. We'll go one more and then check. I think this is the one. Oh, it's gone rather bloody on the walls. That usually points to be going in the right direction. I think we're on the right line. Yeah. Oh. What are you? You know what? I don't want to find out. I'd like to complete this. This for me is a story we can get through. What's that on the floor? Oh, don't know, but I can crash into it. That's for sure. I can. A tower of haphazardly heaped stones, entombing some ancient hero from another world. Oh, let's pull it down, I guess. There's nothing notable under the cairn except a shard of skull and a flint knife. Do we get to keep the flint knife, though? Oopsie. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that bloody bats. That, I would say, is a win. You know, we can sell it. We can sell a knife. We can use a knife. I don't think it'd be much good against a floating mass of rocks that appears to be chasing us, but hey ho. It's something. Oh. You're coming in the direction we want to go into. We'll pull you down in this way. It's called the old Okie Doke if you're a fan of Dawn of the Dead, and then we shall go around you. They appear to be in every other room, though. I might hit them on the way back. A collapsed library. A library from another world, collapsed in on itself like a badly baked cake. A few scattered books lie amongst the rubble, but they're rotten and damp. Well, let's have a look-see. Success! Gene Bean, your swabby, finds a book still lying on a miraculously untouched shelf. He blows aeons of dust from the cover and shoots you a delighted grin. Nice. Super duper. And 2 more, maybe? We're making good time. I know we got an engine upgrade, and that would have appeared to have been a good decision. Are you coming at me? You're coming at me. I'm on a mission, friend. Got no time for that. There's funny noises. A church from another world. Its spire is sagging. Its steeple fallen in. Candle stubs and damp, rotted holy books scatter the floor inside. You wonder if it was stolen on a holy day. Perhaps an entire congregation was devoured by the dark. You find a rough stone tablet sitting on a lectern. It is carved with runes that seem to be subtly crawl atop the granite. We'll take it. Nice. Back up. And onwards. Now, when I record these, I tend to have the sound on very low, so I can't hear everything which is going on. But there's sort of like I don't know if it's a drum beat or it sounds like something giant walking around. I think it's in time with the music. I don't think we've got anything to worry about. Maybe. Oh, still not there. We can't be far off now, surely. Okay, I think we've just found somewhere. The Kelp Fortress. A grimy citadel with walls of sea-starved kelp, every strand brown and withered. The Karchar summoned salt water from other worlds to try to keep it alive, but there is never enough. Plucked from oceanic worlds, most Karchar accept their lives as second-class citizens in land-bound cities. Here, though, the orthodox and the elite cling to tradition. Help Otto capture an... Let's try and get this right for the last time. Ichthyid. Is that right? Ichthyid. Ichthyid I'm going to go for. Hound. Otto takes you to a hound fighting pit in one of the grimier quarters of the fortress. Hulking sharkmen squat around the ring, roaring and stamping as 2 fish-headed dogs circle each other, snapping with sharp, tiny teeth, not sheep. The Karchar are clamouring to place bets. So, what do we want to do? Off to buy one of the hounds before the fight begins. That we can do. Off to buy both of the hounds before the fight begins. Or wait for the fight to conclude. We could buy both, I suppose. Doesn't leave us with a lot of money, though. We only actually need the one, don't we? We don't want to be causing a hoo-ha, and we need a little bit of monies. So, let's just buy the one. The hound's owner, a Karchar with a scar almost entirely bisecting his face, twists his huge mouth in displeasure when he asks to buy the hound. Wait until after the fight, he gestures to the crowd. They paid to watch. They'll be angry if I pull out now. If my hound wins, you buy it from me then. Oh dear. I mean, we got to test the spirit. I fear we might get ripped to shreds, but it's the only thing open to us rather than waiting for the fight to conclude. Let's do it. Hey ho, into the pit! We passed. You leap down onto the crunching white salt and shout up at the Karchar onlookers. Appealing to their kindness probably won't work. You appeal to their egos. You had thought the Karchar were fierce. Are they so frightened to bleed that they force animals to fight in their stead? Are they too afraid to settle their differences with tooth and fist? The ensuing brawl threatens to spill out from the pit and into the street outside. Otto grabs the hounds in his brawny arms, and you somehow make it back to the kinetopede intact. Boom! So the Karchar don't like us, that's fine. Otto loves us. And, well, it looks like we got both of them for no money. Awesome. The itch-thighed hounds pace back and forth in their cages, occasionally unhinging their jaws and emitting a kind of gurgling yip-yip snarl. They have the rangy, mangy bodies of half-starved dogs and the head of an oversized piranha. Oh, they sound beautiful. Crazed orange eyes stare at you. Tiny teeth clack together eagerly. Resident only to the Kelp Fortress, as far as I know, says Otto. No one's ever done a serious study of them. All right, well, there we go. His hands rub together. I can't wait. What, to lose your hands? It's a dog with a piranha head. Nothing good will come of it. I can guarantee that. But hey, we got what we need to get done, which is good. Let's wander the permitted districts, I guess. No Karchar are only allowed in certain areas of the Citadel. Further in, you are liable to be devoured. I can believe that. A judgment is being delivered in the town square. A hulking Karchar stands accused of attempting to give himself a name. He roars and rattles his chains, protesting his innocence. The judge is a hammerhead, one of the Karchar's ruling elite. Nameless, I pronounce you guilty, she pronounces, banging a gavel against her podium. Most of the crowd are chanting for blood. The hammerhead nods and holds up her hand. Holds up her hand? Do I want to watch it? Why not? Let's watch it. The hammerhead clenches her fist. The convicted criminal floats into the air as though pulled by invisible string and hovers there for a moment. Then he explodes, showering the bellowing, gleeful crowd in viscera. After that, show's over. The Karchar pack up the public court for the day and shuffle off home. You're left wiping scraps of Karchar off your collar and contemplating what just happened. Fair enough. Ha ha, he exploded. Or you hope you never end up like that. It looked like a horrible way to go. You feel mournful. Perhaps he was innocent. He certainly did not deserve to die. Well, I'm going to go with ha ha, he exploded, I think. It's a hell of a way to go. I can't see being that painful, because they say if you die via being blown up, you don't feel anything. It's over before you even know it. So I'm gonna take that from that. You know, okay, it's probably an inner explosion and probably a little bit painful for a millisecond, but not enough to be able for your brain to be able to contemplate. That's how I took it. So haha, he exploded. Repair the hull? Yes, we will. Let's gather some news. A heretic cult uncovered. Several hammerheads are revealed to have been infested by skullops. A political demonstration has led to violent recriminations. Okie dokie. Not worried about that. A test of esoterica. Decipher your indecipherable tome. I'm not too fussed by that. The rest is okie dokie. What we got here? A hammerhead representative. There are some select items which the hammerheads are keen to purchase from travellers like yourself. None which we have, mind. So I guess we go. Where do we go, though? We've got the hound. No, wrong way. Where's the penguin? Well, we're just going to have to just head north until we feel like we can't head north much further and go from there, I think. Because we've got the hawk, haven't we? Yeah, we've got the hawk. So, northwards and hope for the best. We've only got 9 fuel. That is a little worrying. I don't think we're going to make it back unless we can sell something. Don't we have a... Yeah, we've got a pen pusher. Did you not want to say anything? No, I guess not. Oh, it's a boat. Is the boat interested in us? It is. Do we Shall we? Let's do it. We haven't taken on a boat yet, have we? Memory thieves. You, the ghoul captain shouts down, brandishing an open memory box. Give us your memories or we'll take them by force. Ghouls gain no excitement from drugs. Bursts of chemicals fail to stimulate their inert brains, so their sluggish brown blood. But the memories of the living provide a similar effect. I mean, we can do it, surely. Or we can just fight them. Let's fight them. They can't be that well at... Oh, no, they're fine. They're fine. As it stands, if we aim well, we might be able to damage both gunners. And then have nothing to worry about. At least that's the plan. Oh, they're straight on us, though. 3, that's not bad. What the hell is a blue thing? Guess we'll see in a second. They're hallucinating. And Dr. Henry Delgado, chief engineer, has a murderous glint in their eye. That can't be good. Can we still fire? No. Can we fire? We can fire with you. We need to take down as many of these as we can, and sharpish. I just want to make sure. There we go. No, we can still fire. That's fine. Oh no, now they're going for a wander. Great. I don't know how much health that's got left. It's the enemy turn. Oh, there we go. Alright, so the one gun's down. That's good. Where's that coming in at? On our other gun. That's fine. That's fine. Hester Moresby, guard, is in a terrible rage. And someone's going mental down here. Look at them go. They're sort of bopping in between the two. I don't think I can do anything about that. I mean, I could put a swabby into there, I suppose. Or an engineer. Yeah, let's get our engineers in there. We should be able to use those guns again next round after that. I mean, as long as there's someone in there, the accuracy will go down, but at least we're getting people to shoot. You know, if they want to fight amongst themselves within the ship, that's fine. As long as the medic doesn't die. Oh. Great. Okay, so everyone's going to be killing everyone. We really need to take... Do they even have an engine? I suppose they wouldn't have an engine, would they? No. No, it's a ship. It has no engine. Let's concentrate on taking that gun down. Here we go. I mean, I haven't done a lot of damage, but the crew are going menthol. There we go. Boom. Your artillery smashes the ship to splinters. You live to fight again. You pick amongst the blackened remains. Surely something has survived. Success! You pull a crate from the wreckage. And when you prise it open, you are greeted by the sight of dozens and dozens of rifles and swords. Nice. The pale hand amongst the wreckage could have been just another corpse until you realise that it's twitching. You free from the rubble a dazed and wounded member of the enemy crew. Somehow, and despite everything, alive. Ooh, what's this? One of your upper deck crew is maimed. This means they'll start combat with very low HP and run the risk of being permanently killed. Your surgeon will heal wounded crew slowly over time, but a fast way to deal with this problem is to replace the wounded crew member with someone fresh and unharmed at one of the cities. You should be swapping out your crew as often as you can. Oh, okay. I'll just... Well, what about their stories? Surely it's a case of keeping their stories going. One would presume. Who's... Oh. It's only the doctor anyway. I'm not that fussed. If she goes, she goes. Ooh, can I sneak this in? I can. A collapsed library. Do we get a book? We don't. And we're probably going to go into a fight now. Some ill-mannered brutes. The bandit kinetopede is draped in trophies and badly fitting armour plates, doubtless looted from other victims. They demand money and they're not polite about it. The captain makes inappropriate intimations. That's right. Regarding your genealogy. Bastard. Right. So. Refuse to pay. So we go. What's going on here? Your crew will lose sanity when they are in darkness. Why are we in darkness? Under heavy fire or when they witness another crew member die. Crew below sanity can suffer a mental break. They might attack other crew, smash up equipment, or curl up into a ball and weep. Of course, the enemy crew has sanity too, and they can suffer the same misfortunes. Try breaking their heart light and see what happens. I'll tell you what, how about we end up breaking their cannon first, and then we'll worry about their heart light. Where is my medic? She's not even around, is she? That sucked. But that's okay. That's okay. We will take down this malingering gun. Or the hull will blow up before, I'm guessing. Right, that's that taken down. Good, good, good. So he's coming to heal. There's the gun. They missed anyway. So we'll just keep aiming in that general direction. I think that's the best thing you can do with this. As long as you've got more guns than they have. If you just aim at keeping the gun offline, or the guns offline, then you should be laughing, really. Yeah, one more hit and he's down. Let's go crazy. Let's aim all over the place. There we go. So that should be it. He's not going to get away, that's for sure. Boom! On the engine. Right, so anything else? You pick up the blackened remains. No, you root through wreckage and charred bones and find nothing. The power hand amongst the wreckage could have been just another corpse until you realise it's twitching. We've got lots and lots of prisoners. I don't think there's anything we can do with the prisoners as it stands right now. Yeah, oh bloody bats. Oh, hang on, we better consult the map. What's this? Chaga? We need to catch a penguin. We need to. Then again, maybe we should pop to Chaga, 1 up, 3 across, just to heal up. That's probably a good thing to do. We might be able to buy fuel as well, which would be good. We're obviously very north. Oh, it's rather snowy. Rather snowy. What be you? An abandoned cottage, a rickety old house from another world. Enter. Get away, get away! Crouched in one corner of the cottage is a scrawny man, bearded and unkempt. He stares at you with wide eyes like a startled child and aims a rifle at you with trembling hands. This must be a visitant, snatched from another world and crawled inside here for shelter from the dark. Let's ask what we got here. In a croaking whisper, the visitant tells you how he was conscripted into the war against the things from the skies. This is always the same, this bit. Even I can remember that. Do we want him as a prisoner? Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, we did it. We did it. Where am I going? 1 across, 1 up. Oh. You know what? I am willing to take you on, but not right now. I want to be at full health when I do that. We want the tome. Or some. And then we sort of want to get around you. I can see you aiming at us. Haha. We did it. Chaga. So, first things first. Let us... Ooh. It looks... Oh dear. Like we can't heal here. That's not good. That's not good. And Mycena City was built on this vast shelf fungus once, a city whose occult powers still defy understanding. The shelf collapsed long ago, sloughing across the floor. The outer edges of the shelf have already been picked clean by treasure hunters. You lead your crew deeper into the fungal forest, every footfall sending up clouds of spores. After several hours of searching, Henry Ains finds something, a statuette of a human woman, carved from toadstool fibre. Its face is blank. Alright. Well, I guess we'll crack on straight away. Not a lot here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... About 6 north before we check. Let's just crack on. Oh, another cottage. Oh, it's a pub. Can we get a drink? No. Oh, we're going to avoid you for the moment. Big room. So, 1. Something's going on here. Exhaustion. You slave over your journals and notes, scraps of poetry, places you've been, people you've met. You fall into a half-mad dreaming trance at your desk. You wish you could sleep. I'm not worried about using up my apprehensions now. So that was 2. I just want to get this darn penguin before we call it quits. I want to complete one of these crew quests at the very least. I know we got the other doctor through what he needed to get through. But who doesn't like animals, even if they are half piranha, half dog? I mean, that's the sort of animal you want to see from the other side of the cage, that's for sure. Oh well. Something draws you to this well. You order the kinetopede stopped and descend to take a closer look. Whispers echo from below. When you listen closely, you can hear a conversation from another world. 2 lovers chatting and giggling and talking about work on the farm. When you look down, you see 2 silhouettes reflected in the still water, a blue sky above them. Then the water shimmers and the illusion breaks. Wow, that was interesting. Scuttle onward, that conversation replays in your mind, so young, so innocent. How odd that such inconsequential words would wind their way into another dimension. Oopsie. Cool. I've lost count now. Are we on 5? We'll check in the next one. I'm pretty sure it's not this one. Quick look. Bugger. Well, as it turns out, we're next to waste disposal, whatever the hell that is. Guess we'll find out in a second. An abandoned cottage. Anything in the cottage? And just a cultist paraphernalia. Yeah. Waste disposal of another world. Some lucky world elsewhere has discovered the house's potential as a consequence-free interdimensional garbage dump. This room is a 10-mile-high mountain of rot and plastic and leaking barrels. Cool. Let's scavenge. You order your crew to pick through the endless mounds of discarded things. Bottles, plastics, leaking barrels. They clip pegs over their noses and heave it all aside in search of trash-buried treasure. Suddenly the junk collapses into a sinkhole, taking Henry Eanes down with it. His screams are hideous, accompanied by the sound of snapping bone and chewed gristle. Then an enormous worm emerges from the pit, pink and fat and longer than your kinetopede, its curiously human teeth glistening red. Oh dear. Henry Eanes has been eaten by a worm. Okay. Highly unlikely test of grit. You know what? We're just going to kill it from a distance. Your missiles streak through the air. The worm thrashes and dies with an ungodly screech. Alright, well, at that point, I think we probably... got our passenger, which I'm not too fussed about. We should... press gang, there we go. Let's press gang a ghoul prisoner. We've got 2 of them. Into a junior engineer. That's the space we have. Nice. And I think we're done here. These places, I mean, they're alright. Where are we going now? We're going to the west. Several ways to the west. They're alright. I guess they're the equivalent of small ports in Sunless Seas, where it's something you can go and do every so often and just get a random encounter. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Oh. You know what? We're going to just wait here a second and see which way you come around. And we're going to go the opposite. Oh, you cheat! You cheat! You go straight over stuff. That's not fair. Well, I'm glad we got the good engines. Oh dear. This isn't good. I feel like we shouldn't be here. Oh, we'll go to you quickly though. A church. Right. A church of another world. You know what? Let's take it. Bizarre effigy again. That's fine. Sanity is terrified. Oh dear. Abjar's blessing. The crew are performing their duties as usual, but they do not recognise you. You walk among them and their gazes flit over you unseeing. You open your mouth to shout for their attention, but you cannot speak. You can only splutter and choke, while your ignorant companions ignore you still. When you wait the next day, you can talk again. Your crew acknowledge you cheerfully. We'll keep silent on that, I think. Now we've got some scrutiny from Abjar as well. You keep what happened deep inside, and it hollows you out. You become a secret wearing skin. And yet you feel a strange sense of satisfaction. Well, you know, there's certain things that just doesn't need to be said. The fact you ignored for an entire day and became a ghost-like figure, I don't think it's something you want to tell people in the middle of a snowy storm. Terrible sneeze there. I'm hoping I caught it just in time. Why? I was going to say, why can't I go any more to the left? But I can. Oh, now my eyes are watery. Ugh. What be you? A cairn? Anything there? There's nothing of value under the cairn. Even the skeleton turned to dust long ago, but your crew murmur darkly about a curse. That night you wake to find your quarters blanketed from ceiling to floor in seething cockroaches. How did they get in? It takes hours to drive them all out, but they're back the next night and the next. Oh, okay, well, we are now delirious. That generally isn't good. I mean, we'll keep going. We're on a mission. The sound's getting quite sort of caustic. And vanishing. Almost a day slips by before you realise your human prisoner is gone from the cargo. Must have escaped. Your crew all agree, though none believe it. You're suspicious, and you are more suspicious still when a meaty stew is served in the kitchen the next day. Ah, screw it, let's eat it. Nothing can beat a hearty meal with your closest companions. So we gained a bit of sanity. And now we've got Gravadon on us. The stew doesn't last long. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I am fine. I don't know how far we got to go, though. Oh, what are you now? A Rosim. Yeah, well, it's not where we need to be going. We're after a penguin. We shall end by capturing a penguin and presuming I get back alive. Bong. Oh, it's another one of those bongs. Library, any books? Oh, we have an indecipherable tome. Nice. Didn't think bats would be able to survive in the snow, but hey ho. What do I know? They are mammals, I suppose, warm-blooded. They've got as good a chance as any. Signal station, no. Oh. A haphazard tower of revolving metal dishes and antennae, swaying and creaking in the blizzard. As your kinetopede pulls up outside, a heavy-coated, heavy-booted, heavy-set figure rushes out to meet you. Visitors, please! Quick, come in, come in! We have cocoa and hot baths and television. But of course you don't know about television yet, do you? Oh, you simply must come in. Alright, I'll enter the signal station, I guess. It's still chilly even in here, but the heavy-set man is already struggling out of his coat. It's rare to meet a fellow citizen of Keys out here. There is frost in his greying red hair. I'm a governor's man. There are still a few of us out here, you see, even after the funding was cut. Care to look around? Well... Why not? Show me around, please. A few other governor's men are wandering about purposefully. Our one waves and shouts, "Hi, Paisley!" as she skitters past in a rustling scuttle chair. But for the most part, the colossal building is as empty and silent as a ghoul's tomb. Your footsteps echo. We had a huge team here once. Most were transferred out years ago. He shows you the various facilities, the laboratory, the armory, the kitchen, and the steam-powered hot baths. You note the damp stains and broken panels and rust. Finally, with the barely contained grin of a man who has been saving the best until last, he shows you into a huge hall of blinking lights and dials and strange machinery, and dozens of black glass screens. What am I looking at? This doesn't look like any technology you've seen in the cities. We built this place to try to contact other worlds. It uses tech that's classified outside Kennedy Yard, which is why we are stationed all the way out here. It didn't work, of course. Nothing can escape the house, not even messages. But we realised that some other worlds were sending out signals of their own. We couldn't reply, but we could receive. We learned more about otherworld culture in 20 years than Kennedy Yard managed in 2 centuries of interrogations, Paisley smiles bitterly. But it's expensive to run, and we were learning mostly about culture, rather than occultism or technology or weapons. So the beam counters decided we weren't a good investment. Well, show me. Keep watching, friend. He fiddles with some dials and one of the larger screens bursts into life. It appears to be showing a hissing, buzzing, moving image of the blizzard outside. Hang on, just need to catch a signal. Aha! The blizzard resolves into a fuzzy image. A dead-eyed man sits on a wooden chair, alone in the centre of a stone cell. His mouth is an open, bleeding wound. He is screaming. It's usually more entertaining than this. He goes back to fiddling with the dial. The screaming, bleeding man is enveloped in a blizzard again. For a while. When it lifts, he is nowhere to be seen, and the screen shows a group of young men making jokes in a restaurant. An unseen audience laughs at every punchline. There we go. Television, it's called. Moving images beamed from thousands of worlds, filtering down here. He hits a button with the screen, and the screen turns blank again. We used to watch it all the time, but it's expensive to run, and you know, our budget's not what it used to be. I'll let you watch a bit more next time you visit. You will visit, won't you? Oh, okay. Agent Paisley makes you some cocoa and sends you on your way. He also very seriously asks you to not tell any of the governor's men about this. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Still can't heal. Any shops? No shops. So we just crack on again, I guess. So 1, 2, 3 across, 2 down. I mean, we're almost there. It's cold out here. It makes you wonder if the kinetopedes... I guess they're steam powered, so heating wouldn't be an issue. But it's interesting to see what lies out here. Oh dear. You know what? We're going to go down now. That was a good choice. So, fuel's lasted. Sanity's okay. Oh, lordy. Come at me, bro. We might have to fight this. We might have to fight this. Around. And this should be it. The penguin. No? Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Hang on. Was it 2 down? Oh, bugger. Okay, well, we'll go here and then we'll go back on ourselves. A church. Oh dear. A church from another world. Its spires sagging, its steeple falling in. Candle stubs and damp-rotted holy books scatter the floor inside. You wonder if it was stolen on a I've read all this. Your crew linger in the church, laughing and putting their boots up on the pews and treading on the holy text. You get a sick feeling in your stomach. Cold fingertips brush the back of your neck. Something is wrong, and you order your crew back to the kinetopede. Something sinuous creeps among the rafters overhead, watching you leave. Well, ow, we survived. So that's not a bad thing, I suppose. Another one, and we shall take the tablet back with us. Ow. You're brave being out here in a single machine. And I think this will be it. The odd winter intrusion. A spike of ice hundreds of miles long has slammed through the wall of this room and buried the floor in rubble. Through the hole you can see only darkness and whirling snow. Blue-skinned figures, each as tall as a church, wade through the snowdrifts and clamber over cliffs of ice. Most are wearing black suits and white ties, and some are carrying clipboards. Okay, well, we need to grab a penguin. Help Otto track down a penguin. You'll need a chill stone to keep it comfortable once you've caught it. That we have. The intrusion juts ostentatiously through the wall ahead. Snow floods in through the cracks in the emptiness. But you're not here to visit the intrusion. Otto has set up a small tent in the frost fields and he's hunting penguins. A fascinating animal, he tells you, scanning the snow with rimed speckled binoculars. A bird that can't fly? The house is full of absurdities. Absurd. You know what? I can't get my words out today. Absurdities. So, Test of vigilance is the only way we can do it. Boo. You scan the endless snow for hours. All you achieve is a soreness of the eyes and a blueness of the nose. It is Otto who spots it first. A small black shape waddling through the blizzard. He rushes over to capture it. A penguin, says Otto gravely, holding it up for inspection. Hideously strange, is it not? When you have returned to the kinetopeep, he pops it in a cage, popped up against the chill stone to keep it cool. So we failed, but our relationship's gone up. And I think we're done. I mean, we can gather some news. Oddwinter has held enough board meetings to discuss expanding into more of the house. A fight broke out near the ice warmer. The latest plan for returning to Homeworld has failed. Alright. And I think we will call it there. I mean, yeah, there's nothing else we can do. If I was to go east for a second and have a quick word with Otto now. Otto is convinced the great banquet will lift everyone's mood. Leave Otto to his duty. So I think I've got to get back to the main city, which I'm not going to do now. This is already a longer episode than I wanted. There is a scratching in the walls like a trapped animal. The sound is maddening. The crew hear nothing, but when the walls are torn apart, they find deep gouges carved in the metal. That night you realise your nails are ragged and bleeding. Oh, it was us after all. You know what? We're going to end on a fight. Let's end on a fight. There's got to be one of those big blue things here somewhere. Don't run away from me. I'm trying to catch you up. Anywhere? Yeah, any other time they'd be chasing me down, but as soon as I want to find one to fight, here we go. Odd winter titans, a floating cluster of ice crystals, esoteric machinery whirring within, piloted by a blue-skinned tie-wearing frost giant. Thank you for entering Oddwinter, buzzes your radio cheerfully. We are flattered by your interest. Unfortunately, Oddwinter is currently closed to denizens of the house for the foreseeable future, and for the convenience of our otherworld clients, we will need to murder you horribly. Have a nice but truncated day. Alright, well, here we go. How many guns have they got? What the hell is that? I have no idea. I mean, their health's good compared to ours. It depends on how hard they hit, I suppose, more than anything. Guess we'll find out. They're firing frosty stuff at us. Oh, we've been frozen solid. Behaving erratically. Alright, well, behaving erratically. Pen pusher. Record keeper. Get in there, Sharky. And you keep aiming. I don't know what else to do, really. Just, if I'm not... You to there. Oh, bloody hell, I'm got a gunner. Valeria. Get in there. Lester. Oh, I'm out of turns. Oh, my bad. I mean, that's one gun down. That's good, surely. Wow. We're a little bit frozen. So you go into there. You're a gunner. Swabby, you go into there. And these two need to fire on that and I hope to... Oh, I haven't got a... Oh, dear. Hang on. So why haven't you moved? Beth, into there, please. So how many shots are we taking? Just the one now? Oh, God. And we missed. Alright. My people just going around beating everyone else up. And our halt is not doing well. So we've got 2 guns now. We'll do what we can. Yeah. Automatically. Swabby. Can you go into there? Have I got that gun back? I have. Awesome. I don't think we're going to win this, but hey ho. I want to know what this is and can you aim for it? It seems completely different. Oh, different. That's a bad word to use. What the bloody hell's that? What? What? Just... I mean... There was no indication that was going to do that. Alright, okay, well, I knew we were going to lose. I just didn't think we were going to lose so spectacularly at the end there. My God. Darkness rushes in. Just another lost soul. You thought you would be more. There would be more. You have died. Oh, that's it then. Oh, yeah, that would appear to be it then. So there we go. That is a house of many doors. It's a much like Sunless Seas and what will be Sunless Skies at some point. I know that it's in an open... Is it alpha still at the moment? And I am keeping my eye on it. The thing is, with games like this, it's not the sort of game you want to be jumping into early where the storyline isn't complete because you're just going to be replaying things which you've already done, which was the big fault when it came to Sunless Seas. Every time you died, you had to start over and do the same storylines, and that's why it got boring after a while. But it's an interesting game, I'll give it that. It could do with a little bit more indication of what your actions are going to wield at the end. I think there's a lot of trial and error, and when error can be at times the fact that you die, it's a very steep price to pay for something where you haven't got an educated guess for. But other than that, I think it's a very interesting game. It's something which, if I had more time in my personal life, I'd probably set out and play off camera, but as it stands right now, I just couldn't give it the time it deserves, or you need to be able to justify in order to be able to play it properly. But that's not a negative. It's a good game, and if you've got the money and you've got the time, then it's definitely worth having a look into. I think it will definitely nip that itch you have for Sunless Skies until that game is complete at the very least. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.